Hey Capricorn, how are you doing? This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Keep in mind, this is a general read. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. What is going on with the fabulous and most magical Capricorns? What do you need to know? What do you need to see for your highest good? Present time, the Seven of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. What's coming towards you? The Two of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. What you are focused on is the Nine of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. In your blockage is the Page of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. And your outcome is the King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Okay, Capricorn. Let's clarify this and find out what is going on. Present time, you have the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Cups is the vending machine card. It's about picking and choosing wisely because not everything that glitters is a golden opportunity. What's coming towards you is being at a tough decision. It means at a crossroads. Should I go left? Should I go right? You also don't have all the information going forth with a circumstance or a situation. This is also fantasy, dreaming, and visualizing of what it is that you want. But procrastination is higher because the Two of Swords is, again, not having all the information on starting something new. Or do I give to this situation and am I getting anything in returns? It is also somebody who might have a really hard time on getting something started. In your focus is this Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is also you protecting yourself from some kind of noise or a need to place a boundary. This is you protecting your own happiness or an element of feeling tired, burnt out. And when you're feeling a little bit tired and burnt out, it is really hard to make a decision because your logic mind and your emotions are a little bit high and scattered. So you're kind of like, I don't know, just ask me later. Like, yeah, I feel like you just need a hot minute to just think about it. But I'm also getting an element of a person who's having a hard time of like getting something started. So you'll ask this person like, hey, I thought you were painting your wall, you know, orange. And this person's like, oh yeah, you know, no, I haven't got around to it. And it's like, you know, then you talk to them like 4 months later and they still haven't painted their wall. So they have a really hard time getting things off the ground. So Seven of Cups could be somebody who's really scattered and mind scattered. Okay, so, and the Five of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Well, the Five of Wands can be, yes, competition. It is also an insecurity. Now, this could be an internal conflict, a battle that you are fighting. And there is something about needing to place a boundary. This is burnout. It is also, you have a lot of battle scars, you have a lot of wounds, and what you resist persists. So there is an energy of like saying yes to yourself more, or like, you know what, I need a hot minute and I'm protecting my own energy. That Five of Wands can also be drama. So somebody who is very emotionally reactive and drama filled, and you could be like avoiding this person like the plague. So Two of Swords, my two-faced friend, my two-faced boss. I'm also getting something about possibly a Leo, Scorpio, a Libra. What is this Two of Swords? Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I stay on my path and persist, or do I take something new? And the Seven of Pentacles. It almost feels like you're avoiding on getting involved in some kind of investment. But the Seven of Pentacles is about being at a crossroads. It's about not having all the information on an investment that might be going the long haul. Like you might be saying, is this a fantasy or a dream? This feels like so much conflict. Seven of Pentacles is, who do I want to invest in? What is worth my time investing in? Should I scrap this idea? But there needs to be more talking. There's a lot of being like emotions and possibly frustration, but there's talking. Okay, so Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is, you know, yeah, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of dealing with this person in this investment. Or I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of my job. Avoiding a review. Somebody also is avoiding on wanting to look at some kind of review. What is this? 9 of Wands. And the Magician. Yes. Breaking things down. But the Magician is Major Arcana 4, Gemini, Virgo. This is also about getting back to the basics. Alchemizing and simplicity is what it is that you want. I'm also getting something about, again, review, reinventment, reassessment. You're caught off guard here, or something about resisting on making things simple for yourself. Maybe you've always been doing things really hard. So this can also be the simplicity, or something about anything acidic and alkalining this. So neutralizing and the powers of manifestation. When you think about, you're going to bring about. But in your blockage is Page of Wands. Now, I love Page of Wands. You know I love my Page of Wands. It's frisky kitty. It means limitless in potential with 8 billion people on the planet to date. Limitless with adjacent doors available for work and career. And limitless with relocation and or move. That can also be something about man, child, woman, child. This person has a really hard time of following through with any kind of task. This could also be your child. You kind of like go back and you're like, hey, you know, just checking in, like, you know, have you reviewed the notes? Have you been reviewing for schools, like college? I don't know. This can also be a person who feels limited and stuck. That could also be you. So it means becoming new at something. You've never tried it before. So what is this Page of Wands in the blockage? This can be like a loss of passion, a loss of drive, or it can also be a situation where, like, yeah, loss of inspiration. And the Page of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Well, an apology without a behavior change is manipulation. I'm also getting something about an element of dealing possibly with younger people. These people can be like immature, young at heart, but I'm also getting somebody like gullible or naive. So this person has a really hard time following through with tasks or responsibility. So they just apologize all the time. I'm also getting an element here where this could be a love bomber. So this person love bombs you, says they're sorry, and then wants to come back into your good graces to start something over again. Page of Cups can also be somebody very shy. So this could be like social anxiety, or falling for get-rich-quick schemes and scams as well. And then you might have somebody here, your outcome is the King of Pentacles. Now, we talk about the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles can be, yeah, you might be your own entrepreneur. You know, something about making it your own way. Super solid, super stable, and a very generous offering. I'm also getting something about a generous offering coming towards you, and you might be resistant on trying it or taking it because it's something new. It's fire and water, and you're an earth sign, right? So it's not so earthly, and that may be a little bit of why you're at a crossroads of, do I invest in this? And then your emotions are running a bit really high because you're burnout. So you still have to get some time and space to yourself. This King of Pentacles can also be an opportunist. It means somebody who wants to have their cake and eat it too, but they don't want to put in the work to get it. They want somebody's coattail to ride. So what is this King of Pentacles and your outcome? But I'm also getting somebody who like can have their cake and eat it too. Businessman, businesswoman, somebody who makes big coin, big money, or it is a commitment. And the Six of Wands. Wow. Somebody who has this person might get a ton of attention or has a lot of status. Can also be something about luxury, finances, hitting some kind of midpoint or milestone. I'm also getting a situation here where you're going to be making a better money. It's more solid, stable. And for some of you, you want to release and let go. You've hit some kind of milestone or midpoint with a person and some kind of commitment. And now it's like you want off to the next exciting adventure. You're looking for fun. You're looking for adventure. What is this present time of the Five of Wands and Seven of Cups? It's going to be rage and anger, but also it is procrastination, deep-rooted insecurities. Six of Wands, wow. That can also be somebody who's really thirsty for your attention, or you get a ton of attention. And the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is oppression. Well, you have the Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands. I'm getting something about, yeah, inflammation in the body, which is actually changing your mood. So when you're feeling like you're doing way too much here, Capricorn, which you probably are doing too much, that Ten of Wands is a need to delegate or off duty some kind of task or responsibility. Or there is something about procrastination and a one-sided dynamic. Yeah, this could be a one-sided dynamic with work and career and feeling like you're doing everything, and you're dealing with, you know, people who apologize or can never follow through with tasks, and it feels like you're doing everything in the relationship. So that's why I was like that two-phase investment. What is this? Two of Swords, stuck between a rock and a hard place regarding this Seven of Pentacles. I'm also getting an element of like review and reassess right here of what is burdensome and one-sided, release it, let it go, and what is coming with you for the long haul. I'm just getting something about like the simple. And you might be thinking like, no, it has to be hard. It can't be this simple. And you're caught off guard by surprise by a generous offering. And you're like, wow, I just applied and I'm hearing back. Okay. So what is this? Two of Swords and Seven of Pentacles of what's coming towards you. Avoiding an investment. I'm also getting something about you avoiding on carrying a one-sided dynamic. It's causing a lot of inflammation in the body. Yeah, and the Nine of Wands. Avoiding tuckering or burning yourself out here. Nine of Wands is also, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of where I live. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of this avoidant person that I'm working with. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of an apology without a behavior change. Okay, well, boundary. There's three boundaries that you need to put up. So Nine of Wands in your focus, and the Magician. What you resist persists. So what are you resisting on looking at or letting go, right? And the Moon. Major Arcana for Pisces. I'll read that as Cancer. Okay, the Moon card is the unknown, the uncertainty. And that's what I was saying. It's like, you're not going to have all the information going forth. You're just going to have to step out of your comfort zone. But you've been resisting on doing so because you're not sure if an investment's going to pan out. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Sometimes you just got to risk it to get the biscuit. But the Moon card is also about emotions. So again, when you're in burnout, there's something about the emotions. There also could be hidden enemies, secret and hidden enemies that are working against you. Moon card is everything you want, dream of, and desire, is trying something that you've never done. Page of Wands, there's something about creativity or secret desire. You're a secret desire, or you have a secret admirer, but this person, something about secret. Moon card can also be, yes, mental health, ill health, and depression. And it almost feels like you, either you're struggling with your mental health or, you know, depression here, and you're avoiding on investing in the most important person, which is you. So there is an element of boundaries towards other people right now, and your health and wealth go together, right? And so if you're not feeling emotionally, like if your emotions are running all over the place, right? You're not going to feel really happy in any kind of other situation in life. It leaks into the other, right? So let's just say that you don't feel happy where you are financially, right? Well, if you're not happy where you are financially, then when you're out in other arenas, or let's just say you're like, well, I can't go out and have fun and play because all you're focused on is like the money issue. But I'm getting something about like hiding burnout or hiding burdens. Okay, so Page of Wands and Page of Cups, or it could be and the Ten of Cups. Well, the Ten of Cups in the upright is wholeness, community, feeling supported, and family. Can also be man, child, woman, child, that, or somebody around you. And now I just did Virgo's reading, and I was trying to explain to Virgo the flying monkeys meaning. You can read about flying monkeys because there's secret and hidden information, but it is also to trust your intuition, trust your gut feelings. There also could be something in the gut that's bothering you, and you've been avoiding on like getting testing for it or getting a second opinion on it. And there's not a lot of talking about it, right? So more conversations need to be happen. Closed mouths don't get fed. So you can kick and scream and stand in your house all you want by yourself and say, nobody's here to help me. Well, you still have to go and like make the doctor's appointment, or like go and ask, you know, your friend and saying like, hey, do you just want to go for a walk? Like, you know, there's just something here. But the Ten of Cups and the blockage is, yeah, or the Ten of Cups and the upright is financial recovery and returning to good health and healing here. So somebody around you is having a hard time on healing. Like if there's like a bone that's broken or something, somebody just keeps going back into work without it healing, and the bone isn't healing. Like, you know what I mean? So it's adverse instead of, it's adverse effect. It means it's working against you, or it's working against this person. Ten of Cups is also somebody who is in financial struggle, financial hardship, not feeling like they belong, or not feeling supported in some kind of community or connection. I'm also getting something about like staying in a one-sided dynamic in a relationship because there's children, but you also could be dealing with people that like you ask somebody to do something and this person cannot form a task or follow the task or follow the instructions for their life of it. So then they can't figure out of like, or their emotions are stunted, like their growth is stunted. So they can't figure out why they can't stay in a commitment or connection. So what is this King of Pentacles and Six of Wands? And the Page of Pentacles. So you have a lot of the pages here. I'm also hearing the pager. So like, let's just say you're carrying around a pager. It almost feels like you're on call 24 hours a day. This is burning you out. Like that's nonsense. So here, there's a new manifestation here. It's a secret, and it's going to actually bring you in a lot of happiness and status and wealth. But I'm also getting something, the offer's coming to you. Page of Pentacles is your soul longing and desiring for more in life, which is taking a course, taking a class, or stepping outside of your comfort zone, which is any kind of even a very generous offering through an apprenticeship. And yeah, adding something new leads to the results you want. Like I always say, Page of Pentacles, study, research, digging up the dirt, getting a raise or getting a ton of positive attention. I'm also getting something about apprenticeship. And then this is a very generous person. This is, you know, possibly a supportive parent as well. And a commitment. And for some of you, this is about getting out of a situation, right? Take a bow. It's almost like you've done the course or class, and then there is something about like a performance, a raise, a promotion, or manifest. There's a new manifest, a new goal you have in mind, but you're being very secretive of who you're telling. You also don't have all the information, or you're keeping quiet because you do have the flying monkeys scenario around you. The builder works in construction, handyman, outdoor work, electrician, mechanic, builds homes and buildings. Job can be dangerous. Yeah. The funny one makes everything into a joke, can lack sensitivity, charms others with humor, comedian, witty and bright, large circle of friends. Especially with that King of Pentacles, this person has a lot of status, but they're also very smart. It almost feels like rags to riches kind of thing. The officer, police, man or woman, security work, keen eye for trouble, may abuse their power, brave and willing, makes others feel safe. The wannabe brags about success, big ego, copies other people's work, cocky and brash, isn't as successful as they say, a fake flexer. Well, that's that 10 of Cups, right? Like the 10 of Cups and the blockage is somebody who is struggling financially, but they're also not returning to good health and healing. Like they're still stunted. Like they still have a really hard time of following through with tasks, or they feel limited and stuck. Because like I said, they got the frisky kitty. It means limitless in potential with 8 billion people on the planet to date. Yet they stay stuck in an environment that they hate. I am seeing someone, but I am not ready for you to know about them. So you do have the moon, which is secret. This can also be you saying that too. I'm seeing someone, but I am not ready for you to know about them. Yeah. I cannot listen to your voice. It affects my soul. So there's a commitment that is going self, right? Or this person is like avoiding on putting in the effort, and you're like, huh, why is this person not like putting in the effort like they used to before? Well, you might want to dig up the dirt, right? I have many regrets that keep me from moving forward. Yeah. I am overwhelmed. I am drowning in my own thoughts. And that's the moon card as well. So drowning in deep emotions, and also 7 of Cups is like heavy limerence, heavy fantasy, heavy illusion, and heavy procrastination. Might not be on your end here, Capricorn. You might have somebody around you where you're just like, oh, this person, like they're just so heavy on the procrastination. Like they're fighting with themselves, like they're their own worst enemy or critic. But it also could be you, right? Like you want to date somebody because this person's got a ton of dough and cash and gets a lot of status or has a big family. It's not a reason, right? So remember I was saying about the opportunist. We could all be an opportunist. Sure, heck yes. I want somebody that has, you know, but it comes with the package. You might be find out that, you know, they got a bunch of mistresses or whatever. It might not be worth it. Don't bark up trees. Eagle, triumph over troubles and obstacles. Eagles soar alone. Pigeons flock together. You ever think about like that song, like, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me, hanging out his passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. And then you think about the pigeon song where, I don't know, I can't, they made a remix of it. You can read, you can Google them. It's TLC, I don't want no scrub. And then there's the pigeon, and it's guys singing a song about girls being pigeons. Anyways, Quail, get back to the basics. Going back, yes, keep things super straightforward and simple, right? There's something here about a complexity. Something got too complex, and get back to the basics. Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Whoa, it's in the blockage, and I feel like you might be keeping it a secret, like, you know, pregnant, right? Moon, something that has like on the full moon, or your cycles, you know, watching your cycles. And a man, dealings or a relationship with a man. Yeah, that's a very generous offering. Something about this person's status, or they have a lot of social status, or bird perched, waiting for news package and or a letter. I'm getting something about you like really purging shit at this time too here, Capricorn. Like stuff that you've had for a really long time. You haven't worn these things for a long time, and it's stagnating your, it's funking up your flow. Target a goal-orientated person, yeah. So that's also a beautiful, and hand, in need of help, assistance, and or guidance. So if you're in need of help, assistance, and or guidance, complaining about your arm that you keep re-injuring, this means you don't respect yourself enough to take time off to heal the arm. So therefore, people constantly what? Use you. You can't be used if you would put yourself first. So with your arm or whatever, you're only also as good as the 5 people you surround yourself with. So you have 2 pages. I'm also getting something about turn the page, a turn of an event. And, or it's your turn, or something here. You thought something had to be so much harder, but it wasn't. So don't overthink it. Capricorn, leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe. And if you want to book a private reading with me, you can also do so in the description box below. Click on the link. It will take you to the website. You can check out the options there. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.